Doug Richards has more on whether the Instagram account could hurt his chances.
Herschel Walker was a football player and a celebrity before he decided to try his hand at politics. Some of his Instagram choices appear to reflect his interests before he became a political candidate. Herschel Walker would not be the first to make some questionable choices on social media. His purported Instagram page, The Real Hershel 34, with 85,000 followers, mostly shows personal photos, including one with Donald Trump, Walker's longtime friend and the man who talked him into running for the U.S. Senate in Georgia. But the AJC found the Instagram page following a site that appears linked to a hardcore adult movie production company. And some of Walker's political enemies have been passing around the Instagram page connected with sites rife with scantily clad women.
I think it's sad. I think it's tragic for the state. I don't think that's representative of what Georgians want in their leadership.
Gary Black is running against Walker in the U.S. Senate Republican primary in May. Whoever wins would take on incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock.
Okay, I'm going to explain to you how the system that you have now, and this is for all you Trump heads, basically your Republican Party is pretty much throwing the boxing match. And they're already putting the pieces in place to pretty much throw it, because you don't have two parties. There's one group of people and several organizations internationally that run this country. They know what you want. You want an end to inflation. You want an end to mandates. You want the U.S. to stop sending money to Ukraine. But guess what? There's going to be more monkeypox. There's going to be more high gas prices. And I wouldn't give a fuck what your bitch-made American ass wanted, you piece of shit, peasant. There will be more war and more money given to the contractors, the soldiers, over there in Ukraine. So what they have to do is to make it seem like that because the expectations, the social expectations, or the political expectations are pretty much going to be that if we vote Republican, look, we're showing that we don't like what's going on right now. We don't like it. We want something different. We want our government to go in a different direction. And we want to be engaged with our government, not to be so damn distant. But guess what happens? What the Republicans are doing in Georgia, which is all the way on the East Coast, is the same thing that they did in California, which is all the way on the West Coast. Now, there are three Negroes that I want you to take a very close look at. And this is when you know that white folk, shout out to all the white folk out there. This is how you know when all the white folk is up to no good. Lloyd Austin is the African-American Secretary of Defense. And he's also a former board of director of Raytheon, a weapons-making company. Larry Elder is a right-wing Republican who ran for governor unsuccessfully against Gavin Newsom. And now we have Papa was a Rolling Stone, Walker. Now, if we go back to Larry Elder, I could pull some butt hairs from my ass crack and put them on a plate, and they got a better chance at being governor of California than Larry Elder. You're not even trying to win. You're not even trying to put nobody up there serious. This is just, I'm going to tell you the politics of the placement of black men. Basically, it's something that's about to fail. Whenever they put a black man on something, they put it on something that they know is about to fail. That's how Barack Obama became president. People forget that. People forget that, the 2007 housing crisis and Bush's stupid wars, the economy was garbage, gas prices were high. Yeah, everything was messed up and that war was unpopular. People forget that. So, you throw a black man on the top of all that mess, or at least in this case, a mixed man. So Georgia is a mess. And the reality is that, Kemp, the governor of Georgia, he's somewhat of a center, I guess you could say a center left Republican. He doesn't really come hard with it, with the right wing policy. You had, about 700, I think it was 650 women, black women in, Atlanta, Georgia that receive lifelong checks of $900 every month for the rest of their life. It's like a lottery just for being poor. Wasn't even talked about. Not even Marjorie Valerie Taylor down there in Georgia talked about it. But as you heard, back to Hershel, and like I said, when they put a black man on something, that means that it's about to fail. So I can tell you right now, whenever this election is, Warnock's the winner. From what I see right now, if they don't change anything, because it goes like this right here, bro. Let me explain something to you. If you don't know that how many kids Herschel Walker has, before you put him up there, and like I said, a lot of these people are political ticking time bombs. Like they know with the way of the media and with cancel culture, man, you've got to go back through Instagram posts. If I put you as the candidate and if you got 119,000 followers, I can't help who follow you, but I'm going to have to look at who you're following. Hey, Herschel, the little transvestite blowjobs that you like to look at. I'm going to need you to stop following that Twitter account, bro. And then I need to get in contact with transvestite blowjobs and tell them, please, here's a few G's of cash. Okay. If we plan on keeping Herschel in office for about 5 to 10 years, we're going to forage all about 5 G's of cash every year for the hush hush. But there's just no way that all of this stuff is popping up. This is structured and it's organized and it's designed to throw the election. They're throwing it. They're literally throwing it. They're throwing it right before your face because they're literally telling you the country's ran by other people and that you voting for us isn't going to do anything. So as of right now, we'll just grab a black man, the face of failure, and put him on top of everything. And you know what? It's his fault. Like, whenever they have to reveal to you that Ukraine is getting its ass kicked, it'll be because of Lloyd Austin, not because of Biden, not because of the Pentagon. It's going to be because of that damn Lloyd Austin. What are you over there doing, Lloyd? I'm telling you, that's how they going to rock the show. So, yeah, man, this whole thing with Herschel Walker, man, trust me, bro. We've got cancel culture now. I've always said something, and this is what I said, and I'm going to shut the video down on this right here, right? One thing about technology, right, is that people don't want technology. They don't want it, especially people that's trying to make money in certain particular ways. Over the last 3 years, I done worked at least a couple of jobs that paid me a paper check. And do you know why? Because there's a guarantee that when you give people paper check, that some people won't cash the check. They're doing good monetary wise, and they tend to just take their checks and put them away. And depending on how well they're doing and how well they're going, hey, they may never cash that check. And the company that printed that check, well, that's $1,000, couple $1,000 they get to keep in their pockets. Hey, we love that employee. But they know just by looking at they portfolio sheets that if we implement paper checks, we automatically make $2.3 million more per month or per year because that's how many people don't cash their checks for whatever reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me to explain, but if we do paper checks, our company profits by $2.3 million more per year. So, they will do paper checks, even though you've got the easy. I mean, you can press a button and send, money to somebody's Cash App or somebody's Wells Fargo or somebody's Chime card, paper check what? And it's easy. I don't have to travel to go get the check. I don't have to go find a bank or a check cashing place. Why don't you just do that? And see, it's the same thing with this Herschel Walker screening. With all the technology that you have, I'm pretty sure that there should be a right-wing nerd who is like the cancel nerd. Okay? I need to make sure that you're not cancelable, Mr. Walker. So we're going to be looking back 20 years. I need you to lay down everything. As of right now, me and you are in a totally protected conversation. Okay? This is between me and you. I wouldn't care what you had in that phone and what you've done. Anything that you've done, I need to have it laid out right now. There's no way that this cannot be happening. There's just no way. You can't, and like I said, in the modern day, in order for people to do stuff, you have to deliberately attempt to act like the technology just isn't there. Just like the people that are still giving paper checks. You have to almost pretend like it ain't there. You go up to some of these companies like, are you kidding me? We're halfway to 2023 and you just wrote me a paper check. And it's like they'll be looking at you crazy because they know it's profitable to us. Some of you all are not going to cash that check. And some people are going to lose it. All type of stuff, Some of y'all girlfriends get mad and tear your check up. I'd like to come through your window and give her a high five. Because we don't print second ones. Sorry. But, yeah, man, they knew all of this. And it's just they're trying to throw it. They're going to give it. Georgia is going to get ran over by Warnock. And the only thing that I'll say is this. When Stacey Abrams becomes the governor of Georgia, if you got so much as an inkling of right-wing juice in you, you better pack your shit and move to Carolina, Alabama, or Tennessee. That's all I can tell you. It's a wrap. Warnock and Stacey Abrams, it's over with. That whole state is about to be painted as a rainbow. And I'm going to straight up tell you, the ships from Mexico are going to be dumping. They are going to be dumping the immigrants on the Georgia coast. And I can tell you exactly where they're going to dump them at. They're going to dump them in Savannah, But anyways, boy. This whole thing's a trip, man. The Republicans are throwing the match. Wow. I'm out.